Hey guys, welcome to the Magpie Ranch Paintball channel, and today I'm going to be doing a reaction video. But before I get into it guys, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, share, and comment. Okay guys, so the reaction on the video that I'm going to be reacting today guys is a pretty cool video from Valken, and it is on their channel called Valken Video. And the title of the video, guys, is Valken World Premiere # SHOT Show 2023 announcement. Okay, guys, and it looks like they posted this video 4 days ago. And guys, the topic of the video is a new launcher, is what they're calling it, right? Paintball marker launcher that they're going to be releasing here in the near future, I guess. It called the EM50. And what it looks like is that it is a 50 caliber, all electric. So no compressed air, no CO2, no, obviously system to be able to launch the projectile. So just all in-house electric unit. Okay, guys. So very cool, very exciting. I want to give you guys my initial reaction to it, and then also just my thoughts and comments on the video. Okay, guys. So yeah, let's begin. So title of the video, guys, it goes world premiere. After 21 years, the first battery 50 caliber launcher. Okay, so guys, just my initial reaction to the photo of the launcher, guys. Pretty cool, pretty badass looking. Now, I will say it doesn't look like any real rifle, but it almost looks like something out of like the Aliens movie, right? Kind of like maybe a pulse rifle or something from like, the second Aliens movie, okay? You can clearly see, some type of magazine system. It's got looks like a standard A2, M4 grip. The buttstock, it definitely looks like that's where they're housing the battery. It's very bulky looking because I'm sure the battery system and how, what it's using to launch the rounds is probably very bulky and very weighty. But yeah, man, just my first initial reaction, guys, is super badass. Now, my thoughts. 50 caliber. I'm curious on why they chose 50 caliber as the round of choice. With so many 68 caliber options out there. With the pepper rounds, the training rounds, the less lethal rubber rounds, the first strike rounds, right? The shaped projectile rounds, and of course all the different less lethal shaped projectile rounds available, from FN, right? For the FN 303 launcher, for our military and for our law enforcement. I'm curious on why they chose the 50 caliber as the round of choice. Okay. My initial thoughts is probably because the electric system that launches these rounds probably is not to the technology point yet where maybe it could launch the 68 caliber round effectively, right? So the 50 caliber round is going to be smaller, it's going to be lighter. It's very possible that the 50 caliber, because it's a smaller round, maybe it's more reliable. I'd be very curious to see why they chose 50 caliber, I guess is what I'm saying. Okay, guys? Let's continue with the video. Okay, the next photo real quick. It looks like it comes with a carbon fiber barrel, guys. It's pretty sweet looking. Now, once again, guys, this is literally just like a hype video. It's not saying much about it. It's just saying there's no air tank on that shot. I'm curious if that barrel is going to be rifled or not. Like I said, very cool. The fact that it's carbon fiber. Maybe that'll save weight because obviously, like I said, the marker looks, the launcher looks really bulky already. So I'm assuming it's going to be fairly heavy, especially with the batteries and the electronic components that are needed for it. So maybe they decided to go with carbon fiber to save some weight, but it also looks pretty cool as well. They show a picture of the stock now with what appears to be some type of like battery indicator or maybe charging ports. Okay, guys. So yeah, so obviously, like I suspected, the battery and the the recharging system is housed in the buttstock, and obviously the the launching system is housed in that back area. Next photo, guys, is going to be just this a guy dressed up in obviously tactical gear, holding the marker, manipulating the launcher, kind of pointing it. I don't see him shooting anything, so maybe they don't have. Yeah, so all the kind of like just action or hype shots, guys, it just shows him pointing the launcher at targets, at something. Obviously looking very tactical, but I don't see any shots actually coming out of the launcher, so not sure why they did that. Maybe it's not a a ready marker, like maybe it's not a final production model yet, and so they didn't want to show the shots or the accuracy. I would guess that if it was accurate and if there was like like 8 rounds, like like you want to see like it's firing and obviously the rounds hitting a target to show you what it would look like, right? In terms of what the effect would be. It doesn't say anything like that. Okay, and then it just says contact your sales rep for more info, guys. I'm definitely going to do that moving forward. I am very curious on this product. Guys, that was a video. It was literally just 47 seconds, a really quick video, guys. So my thoughts on this. Okay, so besides the whole 50 caliber thing being kind of a weird choice, I'm actually kind of excited that they chose 50 caliber. The reason for that, guys, is like I was telling you guys in a previous video where, we need more first strike round technology. We need more R&D into all the different type of calibers that we can use for our markers. I'm glad that they're using 50 caliber for this model because maybe that will push the envelope of the 50 caliber round. Right now, there's an actual viable mag-fed launcher that could benefit from the development of the 50 caliber round, right? My guess is they're promoting it as a less lethal launcher, guys. They're not promoting it as a paintball marker, right? Not for paintball gameplay. In the description, they're marketing it as a less lethal application for military, for security, for obviously law enforcement, and then of course for like force on force training, for obviously the self-defenders out there, home protection. So they're not marketing this towards like for paintball gameplay, but of course I'm sure we could use it for gameplay. I'm just curious on what its performance will be. Now, I have a few concerns. My first initial concern is, as you guys know, there's not that many 50 caliber shaped projectile options out there. I know First Strike makes a 50 caliber shaped projectile, and I'm very curious on how accurate it will be with the mag-fed 50 caliber markers, guys. But there isn't a whole lot of information out there. So my guess is that they design, and this is my concern, right? Because I don't think they're developing this, they made this marker to develop shaped projectiles. I think they developed, made this launcher to just use the 50 caliber round ball options that are out there, whether they're just, marking rounds or obviously, Pepper, Caspian, all those other less lethal projectiles. So my concern is that because they didn't design it for shaped projectile, we're not moving towards that performance envelope that I would like for it to go to. Okay, so that's number one. The second thing is I am a little disappointed that they didn't decide to use 68 caliber. I have my I guess assumptions why they didn't. I think the major one is probably just the round is probably requires more energy to launch compared to a 50 caliber round. right? Because a 50 caliber round is going to be lighter. So my guess is that because the electronic launching system is just not there yet to launch a 68 caliber round fast enough or far enough, I have a feeling that's why they didn't use it. Also, once again, like I said, this is kind of a huge concern for me, is that they weren't looking at first strike rounds as their primary goal, their primary objective, right? So when it comes to firearms, guys, usually what happens is a cartridge is developed first, right? Whether that's like, 5.56 or, 7.62 or, even 45, 45 ACP, right? 9mm. A cartridge is developed typically first, and then a launching tool is developed afterwards, right? So in essence, the gun, the firearm is developed after the fact, right, to launch this caliber. And so the fact that they started from a 50 caliber standpoint and most likely round ball, their objective really wasn't to promote more long distance, more accurate, capability. So, my guesstimate is that this less lethal training tool and launcher for self-defense is probably going to be for close distances, right? We're talking probably, 50 yards and in at the most. I'm guessing probably, 150 feet, 180 feet in or most. We're probably talking 30 yards, probably maximum effective range. So that's kind of got me a little bummed out when you're looking at kind of the particulars about that, guys. Now, what am I excited about? The obvious thing that I'm super excited about is obviously the electronic system, right? Man, the fact that if it's possible in the future, they continue developing this technology that we don't have to have an air tank in the system, in our markers. CO2, obviously, you guys know, is a thing of the past. Like, no one uses CO2 anymore. It's too unreliable. It's too damaging on our O-rings and on our markers that, it's compressed air is the thing, right? It's the main thing right now. But if we can transition to all electric and not have any air tank systems, man, that is going to be hella cool, guys, because now we don't have to worry about leaks. We don't have to worry about O-rings. I'm sure there might be some other problems that come with all electric, but I can't imagine there's more maintenance involved, right? I mean, I'm assuming there's just going to be some type of pump, some type of motor, some type of, obviously, it generates an air pressure using an electric pump or electric motor is my guess. I can't imagine it like, like pushing the ball out, right? Like some type of piston system that's pushing the ball out. So it's got to be some type of pump that's going to be generating this air pressure that's going to fire the round. So very excited about that aspect, guys. If we can somehow eliminate the air system and all the air components associated with the air system, and like I said, if they can get it to work with the bigger calibers, make it work with first strike rounds, that would be hella cool. Like I think that is another technology, another aspect of launching the projectile that, man, I didn't think about. I know I had talked to, I'll give you guys some little inside information. I had talked to some engineers and some designers about possibly making like a simulation equivalent for our 68 caliber or 50 caliber rounds, right? So somehow we could put like a compressed air or propellant, some sort of propellant into a cartridge, and then attach the first strike round, whether that's 68 or 50 caliber to the end of it. I thought that would be cool, and some engineers I talked to said that it doesn't sound probable, but at the same time, it's possible, right? And so the fact now that Valken is moving towards an all-electric system, I think that might be the wave of the future, guys. So hey, that's the cool thing about it. I have some concerns as well, guys, too. But what do you guys think? Go check that video out on the EM50, guys. It's their new, supposedly coming out, all-electric launcher for, you know, self-defense and law enforcement and military guys. Hey, comment in the video. If you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Check you guys next time. Peace.